And my name is Sharon Passmore. Thank you, Ms. Risalji, for welcoming us into your home.
Glad you're here.
We like it. And I am really excited to be here to share with you the stuff that has absolutely transformed virtually everybody in my family's health. So my mom, before she found Kyani, suffered with some diabetes, and she was on this really nasty stuff called metformin. Raise your hand if you've ever heard that stuff. It's not good. If you ever look up the side effects, it's not a good idea to be on that stuff long term, but that's what you're stuck with if you've got diabetes, right? So after this, not only does she have normal blood sugar every morning, and not only does she not have to take that stuff, but she runs around like a little kid with her lipid panel, showing it like, I got straight A's, except she's going, look at my lipid scores. Yeah. My dad, he complained wildly about his not so fun bathroom habits because he had Crohn's disease, something fierce, okay? If you know anybody with that stuff, you know that they better be in a short distance of the bathroom, all right? He didn't have to deal with that anymore. He doesn't have to deal with gout anymore. My husband, he had a doctor chasing him around trying to shove some blood pressure medicine down his throat, okay, because it was sneaking on up there in the 150s. The last 2 years, the only thing he's done different is he's taken Kyani, and his blood pressure's in the 120s over 70s, okay? And it's not like he had some other health issues going on. It's just the blood pressure, but it fixed it. Now he's got more energy, and I don't know if you've ever heard it called Viagra before, but for real, Casey doesn't have 4 kids for no reason. I'm not his wife, by the way. Not his wife. And I don't have his 4 kids. I don't know if this is all getting murky or what. So, and then for myself, I used to have chronic back pain. I've got a little bit of scoliosis and some spina bifida going on. And about a week or 2, I woke up and I'm like, I feel good. And also, it helps Jesus love me more. He said you were supposed to love your neighbors as yourself. And I was having a problem with that because my neighbors let their dogs out all the time and they barked all night long. And so I wasn't able to get a good night's sleep to save my life, right? Well, it turns out it wasn't my neighbor's dogs, it was me. Everybody else in my house was sleeping fine. I wasn't getting down into that deep REM sleep that we all like to get to and having those nice dreams. Guess what? After about 2 weeks on this stuff, I woke up and I'm like, you are not going to guess what I dreamed about last night, because I was really getting that good solid sleep. And I did not kill the neighbor's dogs. They are still there. But I sleep all night through. So I could go on and on and on. But I'm not trying to make any health claims, guys. The basic facts are that you are what you eat. What you put in your mouth, literally, your body recreates itself from. And if you put the most amazing foods in the entire world in your mouth, your body is going to be able to be built out of that, okay? The benefits from it, they start from day one and they build up over time and they just get better and better. So it's the clicky button, all right? Yay, it worked. Okay, so if you're going to take something, do something, eat something, you want to make sure it's coming from the best source. And what I can tell you about these guys is if you're going to partner with somebody, they might as well be multi-billionaires. They might as well have built themselves from the ground up. The Hanson families, their parents owned one gas station. They started from the very bottom, and now they own the largest truck-to-rail gas distribution in the whole Western Hemisphere. They also own a bunch of real estate and stuff. And then the Taylor family, they are, their parents started with 1 mule and 3 acres. They had to borrow a mule from the neighbor to like plow every spring, okay? And now they're some of the largest potato farmers in the whole Western Hemisphere, and they moved into cattle ranching too. So if you're going to be backed by somebody, they might as well be really knowledgeable and understanding about how to build a business. They actually don't take any money out of Kyani. Once you're worth $5 billion, you're not really interested in making the next million, right? So Kyani is actually debt-free. We've been around for 12 years. We're in over 65 countries, and we're growing from $250 million a year in revenue. And the thing that really excites, if you're business-minded, what's going to really excite you is so far in the US, we have less than 1% market saturation. What that means is, raise your hand if this is your first time to hear about Kyani. Right, right. Okay, so that's huge because that means you're not going to be like trying to tell somebody about like something everybody's heard of. So they don't have a closed mind because they don't have any information on how this goes, right? So these guys also have a great mindset as far as charity. They started the company because they wanted to give back and make a difference. They actually have a charity that goes along with it. Our Caring Hands, we feed millions of families every year. That potato farmer guy, yeah, he knows how to do that. Okay, so here's some fun stuff that you may or may not know. As a teacher, a former teacher, I can tell you that I had children walking through my doors at an exponential rate who were way the heck overweight. And you're going, you're 5. Why do you weigh as much as I do? Not kidding, okay? We have a lot of obese adults, and we've got people that are clinically depressed around the world, okay? This is kind of shocking. Who here likes to buy organic? Who shops around the organic section? Okay, there are a few hands going up. What you don't understand about organic food is you can only be certified as organic if it is in a very controlled environment, right? So foods that are wild caught, foods that are wild harvested, like our wild Alaska blueberries, they can't even certify it as organic because it's not in a microcosmic atmosphere being controlled by, so basically they're still having to farm the same soil over and over again. They're still depleting the soil in that organic thing. That's why 85% of our vitamins and nutrients are not in our food anymore. Okay, because they're still going through the same thing. It's really hard, even if you're eating clean, to get what you need out of your food to make yourself healthy. Okay, you can supplement, but most supplements are going to be in a pill form, so your body's going to absorb about 30% of that if it can break it down. The rest of it gets to go to the waste processing plant. Okay, and a lot of it's synthetic. A lot of it has fillers and binders. None of that in Kyanie. Okay, liquid. It's immediately bioavailable. It hits your system. It's in your bloodstream. It's going to work. It's cleaning out the gunk. It's like boom. Okay, I don't know how many of you guys struggle with some skin issues. My niece had really, really bad acne. Okay, this really changed the way that she felt about herself. All right. Also, we've got a lot of hair loss affecting some people. I didn't even look that way. I hope you're not offended. It was David. I was David. Yeah.
This is just my new book.
It was not correct. All right. So, thank you for being a good sport. I've heard if you like, you can shine that up. David, what do you put on the top of yours?
Magic save, baby. Black magic save.
All right. All right. So,
And something else too. Proprietary. Yeah.
So, anyways, what you eat on the inside and what you put on the outside directly affects how you look and feel every single day. So in 2018, the U.S. spent more than $360 billion with the B dollars on prescriptions. Americans account for around 5% of the world population, but we buy more than 50% of pharmaceutical drugs. Here's what's scary about that. I just read a report in U.S. News and World Report today. I read that report that says that on average, every week, 246,000, let's back up, where's that comma? Okay, 2,460. Every week, people die from taking prescription drugs as prescribed. That means that taking prescription drugs as prescribed is the 4th leading cause of death in the United States. That's kind of a lot to stomach. Okay? Physicians frequently diagnose chronic diseases that are directly impacted by your diet and nutrition. I also read an article that talked about mental health and how you can actually better that by getting the right nutrients. Okay? Some of the top health problems in the U.S. are heart disease, cancer, arthritis, stroke, and diabetes, all of which are affected by diet and nutrition. And this is probably the most key thing that we're looking at right now, and that is that focus is finally shifting from pharmaceutical treatments to natural care and prevention. Okay, that's where we come in. Why Why is it there twice? Oh, I went the wrong way. Okay, so why don't more people take care of their health and well-being through food? Because it's freaking hard, y'all. Anybody ever juiced? Anybody still juice? No, because it's hard. Okay, it's messy, there's cleanup, and it's expensive. Okay, so I told y'all about my dad earlier on, and that's actually how I was introduced to Kayani, because he called me up and told me about his Crohn's disease in way too much detail that I did not want to know about. And so I decided I needed help and started looking up everything I could in the book about, what to do, how to get him. I told him, you need to change your diet. You need to get off gluten. You need to get off dairy. You need to drink more water. Quit with the sugar, for heaven's sake. Please, just quit with the sugar, okay? And then I sent him a bunch of supplements. Anybody want to guess how long that lasted?
A week.
I wish it were a week. It was more like 2 days, okay? Seriously, because it was hard. People don't want to do stuff that's hard. I overheard Mr. Salgi back there telling Mr. David right over there about Pat, who no longer has to deal with Crohn's disease. And I said, what? What are you talking about? And he said, Kayani. And I just turned my head like this. Because he had already tried to share Kayani with me. But I'm kind of a nutrition geek, and I kind of think I know everything about that sometimes. And I kind of said, look at this vast cabinet, all these different things. I got everything from everything. Thank you, but no thank you. You're so kind. I had to eat some crow. And then I bought some Kayani and I sent it to my dad. And it took about a month and a half. And I've never had a phone call with somebody so excited about having a solid bowel movement in my entire life. So it's not an aspirin. It's not going to be like the day of in most cases. But seriously, if you give your body what it needs, it's going to do what it's supposed to do. It's going to be the physician from within. Okay, that is why Wellness Simplified works, because it's easy, you guys. It's easy. We have simple stuff. We've got the triangle of health, which is your nutritionals. We've got fluoresce, which is your skincare, because whatever you put on your skin is in your bloodstream in about 6 to 9 seconds. You don't want to put some bad stuff on there because it's going to be inside of you. That's how those patches work, right? With the nicotine and stuff. You put them on, and then you didn't put it in your mouth, put it on your skin. It's already in there. All right, and then we have protein. You guys are some of the first people to see this stuff. The protein nutritionals, like, look around, because you're getting in right before it explodes. Okay, this was what Mr. Casey was talking about, and this is my favorite and my love. We have the Sunrise, which is 22 superfoods, not foods, juiced into a pouch. So if you were to get all that stuff together, first of all, you can't even find amla, ashwagandha, mangosteen, wolfberry. You can't find all this stuff in a grocery store. But if you were to, it's going to take you about $400 a week. And then you're going to have to deal with a mess. All right? Instead, you can just rip it and sip it. Then you've got Sunset. I kind of poo-pooed that because, everybody's got a fish oil pill. I don't know why this is anything special. I took somebody else's Sunset for a week or two while I was like running out of it before I started Kayani's. And guess what? After I started Kayani's, that's when the back pain went away. And that's when I started to sleep. Because at first I was kind of wondering, is this really going to work? The whole system. If you're going to make a cake and you're just going to use eggs, how well is that going to work? You got to use the whole ingredients to make the cake, right? So once I put it all together, that's when everything started working really well. Extreme. That makes you produce nitric oxide. Will you go shut that door? Okay, that's what makes you produce nitric oxide. So nitric oxide is actually known as the molecule of life. Okay, you can live with about 5 minutes of not breathing. You cannot live 5 seconds if your body quits producing this, but it slows down as we age, right? Getting closer to getting older, it's kind of like that toilet paper roll. It gets faster the closer you get to finishing it, right? It stops producing nitric oxide, same thing, okay? This speeds it back up. And when that happens, your cells start turning over more quickly, they renew faster. that's what we need to maintain our youth. Honestly, it's kind of like a secret fountain of youth. Okay, it also reduces pain. It also produces a, I can't start geeking out like that. I'm sorry. If y'all want to know more, we don't have much time. Okay, so just talking about sunrise. I know it's got amla and ashwagandha and broccoli kale and all this other stuff in it, but in order to get the same things that you could buy in the grocery store that you're going to get in this, you're going to need to go out and have 17 eggs a day. You can chop up about 46 cups of kale, 8 apples, 23 cups of carrots, because you know that vitamin A is hard to come by. I don't know about y'all, but I don't even think I could eat all that in the same day. And all I've got to do is open that little thing, and that's what I got. Okay, protein nutritionals. Anybody ever heard of sarcopenia? Raise your hand if you know what sarcopenia is. That is actually something that if you're over 35, you're dealing with already. That is the loss of muscle mass. Okay? Some of the reasons we lose muscle mass is because we don't get enough protein in our diet for us to recreate the quality muscle that we need. All right? When you lose muscle mass, then you end up losing mobility. And that's why a lot of people are in the nursing homes when they're older, not because they've lost their mind, but because they've lost their mobility. They've lost the ability to take care of themselves. Sarcopenia is what did that. Okay, so if you keep up your muscle mass, you're going to keep your mobility. So lots of people don't get enough protein in their diet. They've actually come up with HL5, which kind of tastes like a green Slurpee. Okay, it's like a super yummy lime thing, but it doesn't have sugar in it, right? So you can have long-lasting energy and build lean muscle and improve strength and flexibility with this stuff. And what I noticed about it the most was my skin got less wrinkly. I don't know anybody else that cares about that, but that was like a woo-hoo for me, right? All right, it's keto friendly, doesn't have any gluten. So anybody know anybody that hates gluten, right? Sugar-free, non-GMO. So Carl Taylor grows his own grass-fed beef. I'm pretty sure that's where a lot of this comes from, right? Kids love it. And then you're Fit 20. So I know Mr. Stallard was the case study for that. You guys are going to get to hear from him in a minute. But he can tell you how much the bomb this is. It's like a pre-workout. It also can be a meal replacement. It really has 20 grams of 10 grams of your collagen and 20 grams of your protein in it. So you are really getting a nice healthy dose of the best possible protein you can get, okay? Again, with the no dairy, keto friendly, and zero sugars, and I'm sure you guys can read. Who knew that collagen makes up that much % of your body? You've got water right here, and then collagen. And just like that nitric oxide, your body doesn't make it as much when you get older. So you need to ingest it. Anybody make bone broth soup? Raise your hand if you're a bone broth soup maker.
Oh, okay, no.
We had shy hands. They went up, they went down. Either that or they're doing exercises and just leaving meals. Okay, so we don't do that anymore, and we're missing a lot of collagen. This replaces that, and that makes your joints healthy. It makes your bones healthy. If you got some aches and pains, it's going to help. And then the last, but not the least, is Fluoresce. So this is our flagship skincare system. It's all made out of plant stuff, 40 different plant ingredients. It's got the Swiss apple stem cell is the primary like whoop, whoop thing that they've got in it. That's because it activates your own stem cells at 95%. When your stem cells get activated, they start producing that good stuff called collagen and elastin. They start making things work the right way. Okay, what it doesn't have in it, this is important. This is super important. It doesn't have the petrolates, the sulfates, sulfites, the phthalates, the triclosan minerals, all this other stuff. Like this stuff right here, that's known as a gender bender because it blocks hormones. So it's in plastics of all kinds. It's in all kinds of face cream and lotion and stuff. You get enough of that on you, and if you like your testosterone, you're not going to have it anymore because it's going to make it go away. It blocks hormones, guys. And it's in flipping everything. You definitely don't want to be absorbing it through your skin. All right, so they've gone to great lengths to make sure that we're putting the very best stuff on our skin. that is possible, right? So you've got antioxidant protection, that increased cell turnover. Last time the kids fell down and hurt their knee and stuff, it took maybe 3 days for your kid's knee to get better and that scratch go away. But if my grandma falls down and hurts her knee, well, she's kind of dead, so I better use another example. If other people that are elderly fall down and hurt themselves, it's gonna take. Okay, it takes a lot longer, is what I'm saying. Like, seriously, if my dad hurts himself, it's gonna take him a good 2 weeks for it to go away, and that's because we have reduced cell turnover as we age. Okay, this is the other thing that's really great. Somebody asked me, "Oh, you've got palm oil in your sunset. How do I know it's sustainable? We've certified by the Sustainable Palm Oil, right? Certified gluten-free. This is important. Okay, there are no FDA certified nutraceuticals. That doesn't exist. But what the FDA has certified is our production facilities. The ways in which that we produce this stuff is completely certified by the FDA. All the rest of this stuff is really good too. The Center for Preventive Doping, research, that is super important because they are using it to help people get off of narcotics. Hello. Really good. If you don't like it, if you're like, the packaging color offends me, you can send it back. If you're like, I don't like the way that Sunrise tastes, you will probably be the only one in the world that says that, but you could send it back. Okay, 30-day money back guarantee. And also we have Prime, so kind of like Amazon Prime, your shipping's covered with our Prime coverage. And I would like, Michelle, are you okay? I know you're bashful, but you have an amazing story. And Mr. Jones.
Yes.
Michelle, can you? Right. It's one thing me up here blabbering about all this stuff, but it's another thing when you hear what it really does in real life. So I'm going to give these lovely people a chance to tell how it's really.
Okay, I'll talk quickly because we all want to talk. I have a 20-year-old son who suffers from autism, and it's pretty severe. He's my forever child, my autism man-child. He suffers from seizures just over the last year, and he's had sleep disorders for 15 years. I've been sleep deprived for 15 years. I sleep 3 or 4 hours a night and try to function all day. We've tried all kinds of supplements for him in the past, melatonin, prescriptions by the doctor. Nothing has been successful to help him sleep. Since he started on the Triangle of Health, and the Sunrise has been amazing. I mean, for him to even drink that, because he won't touch things, he's very picky about food. He's been sleeping solid the last 9 nights in a row. From the first night he started taking it, which means my husband and I sleep all night long. That's just one of the very few things that has changed my life, but that's a huge change for my son, for our family, and I feel like a different person.
I've been taking Adderall for over a decade.
9 days. No Adderall. We've only been using Shiani for 10 days, and we noticed changes from the first day for all of us. So we're really excited about it. It's great. But I don't want to take too much more time.
I was not prepared for this at all, but thank you very much. Claire is my mom's friend, and she actually dropped it off to my mom. And my mom has stage 4 cancer, and she dropped it off to her to see if it would make her feel better, and just to share it with her. And I went over to her house. I had my grandkids with me. I was in the middle of a move. I was getting sick. I had lots of female issues going on, and I saw it sitting on her counter, and I said, "What's this?" I don't know. Claire dropped it off, and she said it would make me feel better and give me energy. But signed me up, so. But I mean, seriously, she did not know anything about it. I didn't know anything about it, and I took it home. And like I said, I was in the middle of a move, and the first day, not, anything big. By the second day, I called my mom and said, I don't know what's in this stuff. I don't even care. You need to be on it. Everybody in our family is going to be on it. My son has PTSD, anxiety, depression, can't take any of the medications. This is the only thing that he can take. My grandkids are on it. My mom is on it. My brother has thyroid issues. He's on it. So absolutely everybody needs to be on it. But I knew for a fact that once I tried it, everybody needed to be on it.
Try not to cry. Because that right there is amazing. To be able to change somebody's life in a literally of 10 days. No insurance can pay that back. You know, when I was a corporation, I was selling headsets and nobody was calling me saying, hey, thanks for selling me that great headset. You know, it changed my life. And I'm more than certain a lot of you have jobs right now that nobody's calling you saying, hey, thanks, you changed my life, right? And so you're looking at somebody that was 50 pounds heavier 7 months ago. You're looking at somebody that went to the dentist, and the dentist, I was going to just get a normal teeth cleaning. Dentist took my blood pressure. She said, son, your blood pressure is 175 over 110. You need to go to the doctor. I said, what do you mean? She's like, you need to go to the doctor now. I can't clean your teeth. Because if I cut you, then you can have a stroke and you can die right here in this chair. And so I went to the doctor, and the nurse came in. She took my blood pressure. She said, oh, it's 175 over 110. I said, no, I've been trying to work on it the last 2 days. Let's take it one more time. 178 over 15. Didn't work. And so she literally handed me a prescription drug pill, the orange bottle that kills 1,300 people a day, right? And I literally got in the car, called my dad, and my dad was like, son, that's the last thing you want to be on. After one drug, it's another drug, and then it starts messing with little man downstairs. You don't have energy, and that's all. That's all it took. That was it. And so my lovely Tara, she went to the store. She bought like $1,300 worth of Costco fruits and vegetables, and literally I had 13 pills sitting right there on the cabinet waiting on me. And I hated having to take pills. My mom and dad chased me around the house trying to whoop my ass to have me actually take these pills. And literally, Casey Salgi, number 21, I see you back there, came and sat in front of me, and I talked to him for about 2 or 3 hours. And within 30 minutes of taking the sunrise, I felt a difference. When we sat down, that was actually my last time having a cigarette. And from that moment, my blood pressure dropped down from 175 over 110 to 135 over 90. Now, that wasn't a dramatic change, but to me it was. I had better energy throughout the day. When I was on the pills, I would get tired in the middle of the day. I couldn't sleep. A pin drop would drop. I could hear it. Just everything, I felt a dramatic difference in just that 2 weeks. And then now here it is 7 months later. I feel amazing. I put it on the shirt, put it on these pants, looking at the picture from earlier, you know, being able to actually touch the ground and just, you know, skinny tastes good. And just being able to have the experience that I've been able to create with this and share it with others. You know, nobody gets that back. You know, just that story alone, I could die right now and be a happy man, right? And so what I've been able to do with my mom, no longer being on thyroid medicine, my sister, no longer being on thyroid medicine, my father, when your father tells you, you know, sex is better around the house. I'm not expecting any brothers and sisters, but somebody else. And I mean, just the serenity and the freedom that I have now after taking this product has literally changed my life as well as it will for others. And that in itself, money can't pay that back. Yes, I'm off my blood pressure medicine. I've been off now. I think I went back to the doctor, and the doctor said, "Well, what's going on? Your blood pressure's down. You can be off your blood pressure pills." I said, "Thanks, but I've been off for a little bit." She said, "Well, I'm gonna have to take you off." And here it is. That's been almost 6, 7 months ago, and I just went back not too long ago. I'm still kicking, still alive. So I've added life to my life.
Yeah.
Right?
Awesome.
So thank you.
One of the coolest things about all this is the people that you get to meet, because the people you hang out with and the people that interact with you in your daily life are the people you become more like. And I can't tell you how many people I've met that have really impacted my life, but one of my favorites is actually in this room right now, and he is a CEO council member for this company. He's one of the most energetic, enthusiastic people I've met, and he's also the top producing green diamond there is, right? So I don't know, you guys don't know what that is yet, but you're gonna be pretty amazed when you find out. So if you will please help me welcome Mr. Miles Stallard.
How we feeling? All right, so I have a confession. I just bought this camera like yesterday, and I'm obsessed. So what we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna do a selfie video. Y'all ever did a selfie video? Me neither. But I do know how to do it. So what I need everybody to do is first off, let's try this out. I wanna see how loud we can get before I embarrass myself trying to do this. Okay? So on the count of 3, I just want y'all to get really loud. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna do it again. All right? So, 1. Wait. 2. 3. Anyway, so I'm gonna try to make like a little video clip thing. I've seen people do it, so I figured I might try it. But anyways, I gotta give it back to Sherry. If we can all give it back to Sherry one more time for doing this. She's an absolute rock star, and I can tell you that's one thing that I love about this business is being able to do business with people like her. So one more time, back to Ms. So, by a show of hands, who is seeing this for the first time again? Okay. Fantastic. I just need to make sure I know who to look at to make it awkward for you guys. Okay. So, man, I'm excited to be here, guys. I'm excited to share with you guys what we have going on right now. I would imagine most of y'all are from the Houston market because y'all are all here. But that's exciting because this is a wide open market and we are sitting on a freaking gold mine right now. And that's why I'm excited to be here to share with you guys what we've got going on and share with you the financial side of this business. Because one thing is for sure, we have a very, 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 very lucrative business side to this business. And I'm going to go ahead and make a disclaimer because I am going to be going over the financial side. I'm going to be throwing out some crazy numbers. Because again, one thing's for sure, we make crazy money, but the reason why we do is because these products are literally changing people's lives. So not some dumb product that's just making us money, it's literally changing people's lives, so the emotional attachments there, making our retention one of the highest in the industry as well. So a little bit of my story. My name is Miles Stallard. I'm 28 years old. Grew up in Granbury, Texas. If you guys know where that's at. I graduated from the University of North Texas. Got my degree in medical rehab, where I was supposed to do physical therapy. That was like the whole reason why I went to school. But my senior year, I did an internship and I realized physical therapy was not really what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So like most people these days, I got my degree, but I never used it. Anybody relate to that or at least know somebody like that, right? It's kind of like the world we live in, right? But anyway, so got my degree, never used it. I actually went into insurance instead. I was a commercial and residential claims specialist, and I ran catastrophe claims independently. So at a young age, 24, I was already breaking six figures. So I thought that was gonna be my career, thought that's what I was gonna do for the rest of my life. And then one day I was cruising through my Facebook and I came across an old friend of mine who was driving an Audi R8, which is a $200,000 car. So as you can imagine, being 24, seeing this on my Facebook, I'm like, okay, what the heck is this guy doing? Because the last time I spoke to this guy, he was not Audi R8 type of rich. So I'm like, what the heck's going on? And I looked into it and I saw he was doing network marketing. And I'll be honest with you, I was very negative about it, very skeptical, just because I've heard of the Herbalifes, the Advocares, the Amways, the Mary Kays. I've heard of all this stuff before, and never really been familiar with the industry. But I've always heard there was money to be made. I've just never seen it, right? So when I first saw this, I kind of threw it to the side. Didn't really think a whole lot about it until about a week later. I came across his Facebook again, and that's when the light bulb went off. I'm like, okay, I do know this guy. He is my friend. He's obviously having a lot of success. I'd be really crazy not to at least give him a call. You know, pick his brain a little bit, see what this whole Kyani thing is, because I've never heard of it, right? And so that's exactly what I did. I called him up, said, look, man, I see the success. I know it's network marketing. Do not try to sell me on this stuff, but tell me, how in the world are you doing what you're doing? And is this thing actually legit? And sure enough, he gets me in front of the #1 earner, who is James Bradford, Double Red Diamond. And gets me in front of James, and man, that's really all it took. Audi R8s, Maseratis, Aston Martins, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, me being a 24-year-old male, I'm seeing money signs, right? I'm seeing the success, I'm seeing the lifestyle, and to be honest, I'm seeing more money than I've ever seen in my entire life, but I'm seeing so many people make this kind of money. So I'm like, okay, if that many people are actually winning here, obviously the product's working, obviously the business is something I need to at least roll the dice with. Because if all of those people are having that kind of success, I'm sure I could probably do the same, right? And so I figured, why not? Let's do this thing. So I got started, and best decision I've ever made. I made my first $1 million in 18 months, so I was a millionaire by 25. And I've been doing this now for 4 years, made millions of dollars with it, and I've helped a lot of people do the same. And that's why I'm so passionate about it, for a lot of different reasons, more than just the financial side, which you guys are going to kind of hear more of my stories as I go on through this. But this right here, guys, really is going to start off the whole financial side of this business presentation, the business side of this. And the reason why is because I'm sure we're all aware times are changing. You know, it's no longer about the 9 to 5, that corporate world, the typical 40-40-40 club, you know, 40 hours a week for 40 years to hopefully retire 40% of your income. If you guys aren't already aware, retirement these days, it's a fairy tale. Okay, they say college graduates now, millennials, don't even have a chance of retiring until at least the age of 75 if they go in the corporate world, which, as crazy as that even is, I don't even believe that's true, because they also say Social Security is gone by 2033. Okay, so this is the world that we're living in. Times are changing. It's no longer about that old school way of thinking things. This is kind of really what this is like painting the picture of. So everything's going online. First off, what I really like to tell everybody, like, if you're not making money online, you're falling behind. Because there's a lot of ways to make money online and a lot of money. Did y'all know the #1 income earner on YouTube last year is 7 years old? 7. He made $22 million. $22 million, 7 years old. Anyway, so, yeah, everybody's like, but with that being said, you guys are going to see where I'm going with this. But the most popular media provider creates new content: Facebook, Instagram, the most valuable photo company, cell phone cameras. Uber, the largest taxi company in the world, does not own a single car. Netflix, the largest movie company in the world, doesn't have a single theater. The largest accommodation provider owns no real estate, which is Airbnb. I mean, you guys see where I'm going with this. In 2018, more than 6,700 retail stores closed. Check this out. 2019, 4 months ago, we already doubled that number, so I would imagine probably triple that number by now. If you guys go to the nearest mall around here, I'm sure you guys are seeing it's a freaking ghost town now. Malls, they're going away. In fact, most malls are turning into experiences, right? What used to be Express is now laser tag. What used to be Gap is now bounce houses. What used to be Forever 21 is now like putt-putt, right? So malls are changing, and that's what we have a head start on. The reason why you're seeing so much success here with Kyani is because we created an online system with the network marketing industry. It's the first time this industry is seeing what we've been able to do. So this was the first thing that my mentor showed me, very first slide. Said, Miles, where do you want to be? Well, clearly I want to be over here in this 5%, but I had no idea what this even meant. The way he explained it to me, he said, Miles, 95% of the world is working linear income or what we call paycheck to paycheck. Now, paycheck to paycheck does not mean that you're broke. It just means that you're getting paid for your time. It's where you go to work, you clock in, you get paid, you clock out, you do not get paid. It's that 40-40-40 club that we were just talking about. See, my mentor, he said, Miles, if you have a job or an income that depends on you being there, you're in trouble because as soon as you're not there, income is going to stop. Now, that made sense because as a claims adjuster, I was doing very well for myself, but the truth was I was working 80+ hours a week, and if I did not work 80+ hours a week, I was not getting paid for 80+ hours. If I wasn't jumping on roofs, measuring roofs, running those claims, I was not getting paid for those claims, right? See, that's linear income. So I asked my mentor, how do I get to the 5%? He said, Miles, 95% of the world is working for the system at the 5% run. Leverage income or residual income. For the work you do one time or for a period of time, you're getting paid over and over and over and over. And Warren Buffett says it better than anybody. If you are not, if you have not found a way to make money while you're sleeping, you're never going to be financially free. And that's what this is. See, this is a 4-year plan to replace a 40-year plan. See, what's cool about this, and I'll kind of show you guys, like my first month and a half into this business, me and my wife, she was my girlfriend at the time, we went on a vacation. We spent a ton of money on this vacation, missed work for an entire week, so I wasn't getting paid, right, linear income. Came home to more money in my mailbox than I would have made at work and more than I spent on vacation. I made a profit on vacation a month and a half into this business. See, that's whenever I saw the power of residual income. That's whenever I really decided to buckle down and start treating this business like the $1 million business that it is. And the truth is, guys, I don't have to work this business anymore. See, I never have to say the word Kayani again, and my business is only going to continue to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow, and that's with or without me working it, because at this stage of the game, my business is exponentially growing with or without. Does that make sense? So, exactly. So now I'm going to break down, guys, really 2 of the 10 different ways that we get paid. So we do get paid 10 different ways here. But the 2 main ways are getting customers and getting customer getters, getting business partners, what I like to say, building distribution or franchising Kayani online. The other 8 ways are all branches of these 2. But something that sets us apart from the rest of the industry or any of these companies that you may be familiar with is we are not one of those companies where you're ordering a whole bunch of products, stacking it in your closet, your pantry, your garage, holding inventory, and having to go door to door, trying to sell this stuff. Okay. In fact, by the way, this is not sales. So where a lot of people misunderstand what Kayani is because they're comparing it to everything else that they're familiar with. But the deal is, it's not sales. Now, if you're good at sales, it will benefit you, but it's not sales. Okay, it's marketing, and really, what I like to say is promoting. We're sharing the product. We share the product with people that want this, and we share the product with people that need it. People that want it, they are interested in our business. And trust me, our compensation plan pays out 52.4% on every single dollar. People want to know about the business. Okay, that's 3 times more than the industry average, 20% more than any competitor that we've got. Okay, so people definitely want to know about the business. But then we share the product with people that need it, health issues, disabilities, elderly. Okay, and I'll kind of backtrack a little bit. My entire family is in Kayani specifically because of these products. And beforehand, when I first joined this business, my entire family thought I was absolutely nuts. Okay, my mom called me a name I'm not going to repeat here. Okay, she made fun of me. My dad made fun of me as well. My sister and brother-in-law made fun of me, and my wife made fun of me. Actually, my wife, she was my girlfriend at the time. She almost broke up with me over this. Okay, she had a company back in the day, not going to say any names, but it started with an R and D with a life. Had a horrible experience in the industry, wanted nothing to do with this. But once everybody started seeing the success and started seeing the testimonials on the products, that's when my family decided to get on the products. My dad's 64, he has arthritis from head to toe. This product's done miracles for my dad. So he gets excited about it. He shares it with one friend out of West Palm. Now my dad overrides all of South Florida. Okay, my mom doesn't take Ambien anymore. She's sleeping better than she ever has in her entire life, which is a huge deal in my family. I can tell you, growing up, my mom was always having to take naps in the middle of the day. It was not good. My wife, she doesn't take anxiety medication anymore. I don't take Adderall anymore. I mean, there's so many testimonials within my family, but one of my favorites is actually my wife's grandmother who has COPD. Now, her lung capacity went up 2%. Now, if you know anything about COPD, that doesn't happen. Okay, so her doctors are in Kayani because of that. We also have another doctor who's gotten almost 70 patients off of pharmaceutical drugs because of Kayani. Documentation, paperwork, so it's super legit. We have the #1 neurosurgeon in the world who is also in our organization. Tons of athletes. Des Bryant orders about $2,000 worth of product from our organization every single month. Manny Pacquiao, tons of Olympic athletes. But what I love about this too is Kyani does not endorse athletes. We do not pay athletes to take our product. They either take it because they want to take it or they take it because their nutritionist is making them take it. Okay, so with that being said, we share the product with people that want it, business side, and the people that need it, health issues, disabilities, elderly, and we let the product do the work from there, right? So that's the customer side, and what's also cool about this is if somebody does want to order this product, they do not even get it from you. They go to your website, they order the product, Kyani does all the shipping, all the handling, bam, you get compensated for it. Okay, to give you an idea, just last month alone, I did over $1.5 million just off the triangle of health. Okay, zero headaches of a traditional business. No inventory, no overhead, no brick and mortar, no employee costs, no warehousing, manufacturing, product development, workers' comp, liabilities. I mean, I'm going for all the days for all the things that I don't have to deal with this that I do with any other traditional business. Or any entrepreneurs in here? Own your own business. There's a lot of headaches, right? Yeah. See, the beautiful part about this, there's no headaches. Very simple system, and you're going to see literally all the headaches that you would have are going to be right here in this presentation. So there's no headaches. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so customers, the other thing that we do is we build distribution and we franchise Kyani online. So if you want to start making money with Kyani, here are the packages. You have a $400 package, a $600 package, a $900, a $1,300, and a $2,000 package. Now, all of these are going to give you your marketing software, your distribution rights, your $5 million app that we build literally everything off of, and it's going to give you your website, which also is worth millions of dollars in itself. So you're getting all of that with any of these packages. Now, the differences in the packages, the larger the package, the more upfront product that you get. Now, again, this product is not for you to sell, it's for you to share, to sample out. Okay, so again, we're not holding inventory. However, this one-time investment does give you enough to get your business off the ground so you can start sampling out to get your business going. Now, more importantly than that, the larger the package, the more volume you get. Now, the higher volume you have, the higher rank you hit, the higher rank you are, the higher percentages you get paid out of. So I always encourage everybody, come in at the highest package you feel comfortable with. But what I will also tell you is do not wait around to save up for a higher package. Just get in wherever the heck you fit in, because timing is going to be way more important than what package you choose. And I really cannot stress that enough. Just look around. You can see the momentum, the excitement that we have in this marketplace. And whenever I show you why timing is so important, you'll understand why. So now also with these packages, you're getting this, which again is worth thousands of dollars in itself. We have a gentleman, his name is Dr. Andreas. He's actually the head of our scientific advisory board. He works with some of the highest level athletes, celebrities. I mean, he's a world-renowned doctor, physician, physical therapist, personal trainer. He charges thousands of dollars for this that we get literally for free just by being a business partner, which is an online healthy living hub, support for medical doctors, nutritionists, wellness strategy, meal plans, customized workouts, goal setting. I mean, all of this, right? My wife, she's a competitor, bikini fitness, like model competitor thing. And I pay, or did pay, thousands of dollars for this right here that I now get for free, and it's 10 times better than anything that I've ever paid for. So this right here is a huge, huge, huge deal. So very powerful. Now going into the rankings, okay, this is one of my favorite things to talk about because this is where the distribution, this is where a lot of money is being made considering nobody has a clue who we are. So very first ranking here is the rank of Garnet. This is roughly 2 people joining your organization. So you come into the same, you bring on 2 business partners, now you're Garnet, you're making about 75 bucks a month. Now say one of those 2 business partners, they bring on a business partner. Now you have 3 people collectively within your organization. Now you're looking at the rank of Jade. Jade pays on average about $300 a month. If you do this in your first 31 days, which a lot of people are doing this in just their first couple of days, couple of hours even, you get a $200 fast start bonus. Now say those 3 business partners, they turn into 9 or 10 collectively. So again, not you bringing on 9 or 10, but say you brought on 1 or 2, they brought on 1 or 2, they brought on 1 or 2, they brought on 1 or 2, turns into 9 or 10. Or say you're a rock star, you bring on 10 people by yourself, or say you brought on 1 rock star and they bring on the other 9. Whatever it may be, you have 10 people, you're looking at Pearl, $659 a month. Okay, you do this your first 31 days, you are going to get a $500 fast start bonus. Now, Sapphire is my favorite rank in this entire compensation thing, okay, because this is where everything really starts to explode. But the rank of Sapphire, you're looking at about roughly 20 people collectively running with you, okay? Now, again, say you only brought on 1 or 2, but it turns into, 20-ish people. Now you're Sapphire, $1,500 a month. You do this your first 31 days, you get a $2,000 fast start bonus on top of that. But the reason why Sapphire is my favorite rank in the comp plan is because now you get the car. Okay, the car is what I call the proof. And when you have the proof, your business explodes. There's two things that people have to see in this business. They have to see that they can trust you, and they have to see proof that this business is legit, and it's not just another one of those things that they've seen before. Now, when you're new to this business, you already have the trust with anybody that you know, but what you do not have yet is you do not have the proof. That's what these meetings are for. That's what the team is for. We are the proof, you're the trust. Your trust, our proof, we're unstoppable. We do everything together as a team. And I will go ahead and tell you right now, if you are not a team player, do not join this business because it will not work out for you. Okay? If you are a team player, you really need to do this business because you're going to have a lot of success, you're going to have a lot of fun, you're going to change a lot of lives. So that's the Sapphire position though, because when you get that car, that's where all those negative naysayers, all the haters, all the people that were like, I'll believe it when I see it. When you're driving that new car, now they see it, now they all come running back, they all start joining your business, they're all kicking themselves in the butt, wish they would have joined you first. So that's the Sapphire position. But once you hit Sapphire, and by the way, my goal for everybody is shoot for Sapphire in your first 30 days. Okay, this business is a lot easier to build fast than it is to build slow. And if you hit Sapphire in your first 30 days, you're gonna make over $4,000 your first month in the business on a part-time basis, and you're going to get a paid-for car. Nobody's gonna tell you no after that. And that's where everything flies. After you hit Sapphire though, you're gonna hit Ruby, $3,500 a month. After Ruby is Emerald, $7,500 a month. You get a $5,000 bonus just for achieving the rank for Emerald. Then you get to go on the retreats. There's 4 different retreats that Kyani takes you on every single year. And let me tell you, it is literally 5-star, next level things you only see in magazines. I just got back from Switzerland like a couple months ago. I was in Norway, Sweden, France, Italy, Spain, traveled all over the world on Kyani's dime. And again, guys, it's not just like a vacation to these places. It is like next level. Okay, Switzerland, I believe it was over $25,000 per person is what they pay for these trips. Okay, benefits $1 billion families, right? But that's Emerald. After Emerald, you hit Diamond. You're looking at $14,000 a month at that position. You get a $1,200 car allowance now. So the more exotic, crazier cars start coming to play. So my wife's position is a Diamond. My mom is a Diamond. My dad is also a Diamond. And check this out. My parents still do this ridiculously part-time. My dad, he's a custom builder, home builder, entrepreneur, ridiculously successful. He makes way more money with what he does than he does Kyani, but he's making an extra 15 grand a month here. Now my mom, on the other hand, she's an esthetician. She makes way more money with Kyani than she does with practice, but she loves what she does. So between the two of them, they're making anywhere between $20,000 to $30,000 a month on top of what they already do. They say it's their vacation money, but the only vacations they go on are the ones that Kyani takes. So that's the Diamond position. So after Diamond, you have Blue Diamond. My sister and my brother-in-law are both Blue Diamonds. You're looking at about $25,000 to $30,000 a month that position. You get a $25,000 bonus just for achieving the rank of Blue Diamond. Green Diamond is where I'm at. You're looking at $50,000 to $60,000 a month. You get a $2,500 car allowance now. So just between me and my wife, we get $3,700 a month just to pay for our cars. So you'll see, I go through cars like every 6 months. I'll have a new car. Purple Diamond, $100,000 bonus. Red Diamond, $5,000 car allowance. Double Red Diamond, $500,000 bonus. Mr. James Bradford, he's a double Red Diamond. You guys are going to be working closely with him as well. Black Diamond, $10,000 car allowance. Double Black Diamond. You're talking about $1 million a month at this position. You get $1 million bonus. This is where it just gets outrageous. Like, kind of hard to comprehend. I'm sure even for me, I'm like, that's just crazy. But that's double Black Diamond. Check this out, guys. We're so early on this. Nobody has even maxed out this comp plan. Okay, the highest rank in Kyani, her name is Becky Purcell. She overrides all of Asia. She's been in Kyani since the very beginning, and even she will tell you the person that's going to make the most money in Kyani probably has not joined the business yet, let alone probably does not even know what Kyani is yet. And when she first told me that, it went in one ear, out the other. I'm like, you're just blowing smoke, trying to make me think I'm going to be the top earner. However, I did see James Bradford do in 1 year, which took Becky Purcell 7 years to do. Okay, so let me explain why this comp plan is copywritten and why so many of us are having so much success. Okay, we only build 2 lines of business. That's it. So say you brought on 10 business partners, your first 2 are going to override the other 8. So say you come in, you bring on 2 business partners, anybody else that you bring on, go underneath those 2, and the next 2, and the next 2, and the next 2, and the next 2. So everybody here is helping everybody bring on 2 business partners. Okay, so again, you brought on 10, you first 2, the other 8 are going underneath those 2. Here's the simplicity of Kyani. If every single person only brought on 2 business partners. Everybody is incredibly healthy and incredibly wealthy. Sounds cheesy, and trust me, it's not as easy as it sounds, because if it was, everybody would be walking around with millions of dollars in their pockets, and that's definitely not the case. However, it is that simple. And in my opinion, it is that easy, because I don't care who you are, anybody can bring 2 people into this organization. Everybody knows 2 people that are overworked and underpaid, 2 people with health issues, disabilities, 2 people that want to make extra money, or 2 people that want to get stupid filthy rich. Everybody knows at least 2 people that they can bring into this thing. And the best part about it, you're not doing it alone. We're doing it together. In order for the person above you to build their business, they have to build your business. Does that make sense? That's why we're winning. It's very important that you guys understand that, because I mean, that's why this comp plan is so powerful. But what I want to do right now is I want to bring up Sapphires and Above. I want you guys to just share your testimonial with everybody, especially the guests in the room. I want y'all to see we're winning here, and still in Houston, Texas, nobody has a freaking clue who we are, and we're projected to hit 1 billion. Guys, 250 million to 1 billion in the next year and a half. You guys get to override that $750 million. So I want to see all the Sapphires and Above, pretty please.
So I'll go first.
Oh, wait, hold on, I'm part of him.
Yeah. So when Casey sat down in our living room and I saw that Sapphire car and paying the money and all that other stuff, I was happy at just Pearl. And now where we are now, of hitting Sapphire and Above, now, I mean, it's, camera. Now it's to literally, especially after this weekend at our diamond camp that we went to, this is what we're chasing. So when he says $1 million a week, $1 million a month, that is what we're doing. And I can assure you that what we have right now and who is in this room with our extraordinary leaders, Miles and Casey Salji, I can tell you right now, we will be the #1 health and technology company in the world. You didn't hear what he just said? We have a $500 million app. Think about that you get access to for this. So this is gonna happen. I know we're happy. I know some of you might have saw those cars. That's blood, sweat, and tears. And literally the tears helping people out like Michelle. All right? Helping people out. So being able to share something to impact somebody's life, as well as make additional money, you find me something else and I'll sign up for it as well, where it gives you health, wealth, time, significance. Because they don't sell time in stores. If they sold time in stores, it'd be sold out. Right? So that's our story. You got anything else?
No, we get it all.
We'll let other people talk.
Cool. Everybody, my name is Jake Winston. This is my lovely wife, Candace. And we've been with this company almost since Casey got started in 2016 now? Yeah, 3 years. But we're Sapphires. We're absolutely more excited every month that goes by about this business, even though 3 years has passed by. This business, it's like Miles said, it's an investment. And I came from a small town. We were primarily lumber and mining town. There wasn't a lot going on there. So there weren't really a lot of successful people in that town. Everybody just kind of went to their day job, worked 40, 50, 60 hours a week, and that's what everybody was comfortable with. Every now and then, though, I would come across somebody that was above average successful. It always stood out to me, and I was always curious, what did you do? How did you become successful? How did you buy this house? How do you have these Cadillacs? Where I was from, there wasn't a lot of Cadillacs, or whatever it may be. Every single one of them told me that at some point in their life, they made a good investment. And so that always stuck with me. And Miles calls this an investment. That's exactly what this is. This isn't just a product. It isn't just a business. This is a personal development program with a compensation plan attached to it. Who here works for somebody else? Cool. How many of you want to keep working for somebody else? Nobody. Okay, awesome. That's exactly where I was. And this business gave me the tools, the knowledge, the mentorship that I needed to take that 9-to-5 job and leave that world. And it gives you the skills that you need to become, if you wish to become your own boss. One thing I hated having to check in with somebody to see if I had any more time off. Hey, can I go somewhere? Can I take Friday off? You know, can I go somewhere for the week and a half? I hated that. Now I don't have to worry about that. And I'm able to know that somebody else is signing my paychecks in the sense that I'm worth every penny that I am worth myself. Whatever money I make, it's because of this comp plan. It's whatever I put into it. Before, it was just whatever somebody told me I was worth. So I'm done with that. I've been done with that for over a year. And I'm just so excited about where this business is going. We're going to $1 billion and beyond. And everybody that is part of this right now, get started, learn the skills, and we'll take you right there with us. Thank you, guys.
I've already blabbered for way too long, so I'm gonna make this super short if I can. Anyways, so my name is still Sherry. I actually was a teacher. My husband was able to retire me because he's an engineer, and I was very happy to quit chasing after everybody else's kids and letting them wear me out and being able to take care of my own dang family. So after about 7 years of that was great, well and fun. We're already financially doing fine, so it wasn't like I needed to go out and get a job or something. But I could be honest with you, laundry did not make me feel that significant. So when Casey did come up with that, I was like, hey, you know what? If I can make the kind of change in other people's lives that I made in my dad's life, where I freed him, freed my mom, and possibly one day retire my husband. Significance. Once you get a taste of significance, success don't mean nothing.
Hello, my name is Brian Penstow. I'm actually a serial entrepreneur. I've had a job for about 30 years, speaker and an author.
Yes, sir.
You will find that when you get into this industry, you're going to do it for the money. The money, there's enough of it, you can make whatever you want. It's just a mindset, that's all it is. But once you're going to hit a threshold, you're going to find out that the money really doesn't mean anything. They don't build statues for people, in most cases, that make a lot of money. They build statues for people who have made a change in this world. And what you need to understand is you all are in a group and within an organization that our goal is to create people that are healthy, wealthy, and satisfied. And if you can help people do that, trust me, it has more value than any bank account you'll ever have in your life. I've been coaching and helping people. I do it for free in most cases because I know when I do the right thing and I change someone's life, that I will get paid from another direction that has absolutely nothing to do with what I've done. Don't chase the money. Chase the significance and the quality of life that you can produce for other people. And you will have to have multiple bank accounts because the banks only insure to $500,000 for each bank. And I know that for a reason.
So my name is David Daniel. I am enrolled in Kiani. My background's in the fire service. I've been in the fire department since I got out of high school, so pushing a little bit over 20 years. I'm very old. And I got introduced to the network marketing industry about 10 years ago, almost exactly. And there was a guy at the station that he was working overtime, didn't know him, had no rapport with him. He was talking about his business. I had no interest in it. He sounded like a cheesy salesman. And he tricked me into looking at his opportunity by the end of the shift. Luckily, we're there 24 hours. But the next morning, I watched his little video. And I thought, you know what? If I saw a way I could make $500 extra a month. And that was big for me. I'm a very money motivated person. So I got started in about a year, and I had no idea what I was doing. About a year and a half later, I was top 1% of that company. I matched my income at the fire department, and I upgraded lifestyles. It was my first taste of residual income, and I was living large. And it's a beautiful thing. If you don't have residual income, and if Kiani is not your thing for residual income, like Miles was saying, go find you some, because it is great. So 3 years ago, Casey, my best friend back there, you'll meet him in a second. he was also in that last business with us. We were in it together. He called me up and said, dude, you have to take a look at this. I said, are you freaking crazy? You know, we're doing very well in the company. So he sent me the compensation plan. He knows me very well, so he sent me the comp plan first. And I saw that we were making 5 times more in Kiani than what we were currently making. And I said, all right, you got my attention. What do we have? What's the product? What's the service? And he says, health and nutrition. So I started looking at the products. I saw what it was doing for people. I said, if the products are half as good as what they say they are, this is a no-brainer. So we got started, and the products are better than what they said they were. And just in our organization alone and everybody that's here, we have changed so many lives just in this room. It is unbelievable. And then what's great about that is, even though I'm money motivated, I love changing lives, helping people. That's what I do for a living. But the money is ridiculous. So I love Kiani forever. Thank you.
So for the guests in the room, you guys can obviously see we're definitely winning here, and still we're just getting started. So I'm excited about it. But guys, I mean, here's the deal. I mean, we got 5,000 cars on the road just within Team Fusion. We've only been around for 5 years. That's more than all of Mary Kay combined. And the best part about it, they're not pink Cadillacs. So, guys, this is something I'm incredibly passionate about. So what this is our, really in my opinion, it's our 4th line of business. So you have our Triangle of Health, you have our skincare line, and you also have our fitness line, but also you have our charity, because check this out, you can actually build your entire business just from this if you chose to. But what this is, right, Carl Taylor, Idaho Potato, so what we do is we dehydrate potatoes, we pump them full of minerals, vitamins, proteins, we ship them off to these countries where we feed starving families, and one potato pack costs $25, feeds a family of 5. Very powerful, but we do mission trips. So we go to these places, we build houses, we build schools, we get to interact, play games. Oh yeah. I was like a knuckleball, and I was like all over the place. These are our potato packs. Cool. So, but yeah, so we do mission trips, and I just got back from Africa. I was telling people literally for like the past month, that was like 6-7 months ago, I just got a 1-year update on Facebook. Thank goodness for Facebook, right? Time flies when you're in this business, I'll tell you that right now. But we're in Africa, and it was crazy because we fed 1,800 kids that were lucky to have 1 meal a day. Most of those kids took that 1 meal back to their family, which was on average about 8 people in their family, to feed the rest of their family. So that right there was an experience in itself. But what was crazier about it is whenever we were there, we saw they had no clean water. So women and kids were walking 3 miles to and 3 miles back every single day from their water source, okay? And let me tell you, their water source was not water, okay? It was literally a massive, mud hole, bigger than a pond, but smaller than a lake. It was just all mud. There's literally cattle in the dead center of it. You could smell it before you could even see it, okay? So that's where they were getting their water. They would literally go there, scoop their mud, take it back, and make water out of that. So when we saw that, as soon as we got back to the States, my nonprofit partnered up with Kiani. We actually built a water well in Arusha, which is the community, and literally in just a few months completely transformed the entire community, because now they have clean water, so they're not getting sick anymore. Now they have clean water that they can use for farming, so now they're eating better. Now they have clean water that they're actually selling to the rest of the community. And actually, I think, yeah, boom, this is our water well. I mean, completely, I mean, now they're making money, they're healthy, they're eating. I mean, literally in just a matter of months from one water well. And the reason why I'm so passionate about our Caring Hands project and our charity is because I believe that this is the heartbeat of Kiani. You know, you guys have all heard it. You know, the key to abundance is giving, right? And what goes around comes around. I truly believe the reason why we're having the success that we're having is because everything about Kiani is built off of significance. You've heard that word said over and over and over tonight. And it is so true. John Maxwell said what Sherry just said: once you take significance, nothing will ever matter again. Success will never matter again. And it is absolutely the most true statement I've ever heard in this business. And I've seen it firsthand through our charity. And I mean, that's why we're winning, guys, because everything about Kiani is built off of making a difference. You cannot win in this business without helping others. It's impossible. You can't win in the comp plan without helping others. You can't win by the product without helping others. You can't win within our culture without helping others. Every single thing about Kayani is built off of helping others, and that's why I believe that we're having the success that we're having. So guys, you have the training, you have the support. We literally have a step-by-step recipe to success. If you follow the recipe, you will win, you will be successful. If you don't follow it, maybe you'll win, I don't know. I personally have never seen somebody not follow the system and have major success, but I've also never seen somebody follow the system and not have success. One thing that I can guarantee you, if you just follow the dang recipe, you will be ridiculously successful. Anybody that you see in here that's winning, which everybody that's in the business is winning, just ask them, they're probably following the system. And that's what we have. And I'm actually going to pass it over to another gentleman. Before I do, I want to kind of close out on my behalf and just kind of share with you guys why I'm so passionate about this business. Because I'll be honest with you, I got started because I saw the money. I saw the success. I saw the lifestyle. That's what got me started. But that's what drives me in this business. What drives me in the business is the thank yous, the text messages, the calls that I get literally every single day, every single morning from people that have had their lives ridiculously impacted by either the business or these products. And that's what drives me here, guys. And that's what's going to drive you here in this business as well. And Mr. Pinso said it best. I mean, he said it earlier. You know, once you hit a certain threshold, it's only about making a difference. And that's why we're winning here with Kayani. So I definitely encourage you guys, if you're a guest in the room, run with us. Don't just lock arms with us. Don't just join us, but truly run with us. Because we're going 100 miles an hour, and you want to be not just a part of $1 billion company, but you want to be the reason why Kayani becomes $1 billion company. And that's why I'm passionate to be here, because Houston's a wide open market, and I'm telling you, Houston is about to be on the map, not just within Kayani, not just within Team Fusion, but the entire industry of network marketing. So what I want to do, Anybody have experience in here? Network marketing experience? I love talking to people that understand network marketing, because if you understand the game, you understand why this is so powerful. And I will tell you, we're a $250 million company right now. Okay, this is like seeing Amazon when they were a $250 million company. This is like seeing Apple when they were a $250 million company. Google, $250 million company. The best part about it is our founders have already built multiple businesses to billion-dollar empires without ever failing, without ever selling, without ever going public, without even taking a dime out of the company. Our founders are flawless. They're perfect. I'm telling you, without a doubt, you can mark my words. You can hold me to it. You can record me when I say this. I promise you, Kayani will be the #1 company in the history of this industry, and we get to override all of it. So buckle up, get ready. Now I'm going to bring up one of my best friends, my mentor, absolute amazing individual. I remember whenever I first contacted him about this business, he was so far ahead of me in this game that I was like, okay, I got to get to somebody else, because he was speaking all these lingo words that I did not understand. And but he is literally, like I said, I mean, he's my mentor. I mean, I would not be where I am without him, his leadership, what he's been able to do with you guys, the Houston market. He's absolute rock star. Everybody in this room loves this gentleman because he's just an absolute amazing individual. And all he cares about is everybody winning. I've never seen somebody that's so passionate about taking care of his family. And you guys being the family. So if we can, everybody get as loud as you were when I first came up to Mr. Casey Down.
I'm fired up. Let's give it up for Mr. Miles Saller. Man. That was pure fire, as always. Absolutely incredible. So did y'all see some money? See some significance? Looks pretty awesome. So what I want to talk about is timing. I want to talk about a system. My background was in corporate America. I worked in corporate America for 20 plus years. I worked at a little bank called JP Morgan Chase. Anybody heard of that? Okay, cool. Did that for about a decade. They wanted me to move to Chicago. I've been there in February. I said, nope. Right now, I'm kind of questioning my choices because it's 106 today. I am a bit of a polar bear. You'll hear this from time to time. This is the warmest this house has ever been since I've owned it. We put 2 new air conditions in today, so that's why they're cooling down. So good now. I'll be able to sleep here. When I was with them and they said I need to move to Chicago, just like that, I had to go find another job. That sucked. So I got a new job. That was at a little company called Huntsman Chemical. They are a $16 billion chemical company with worldwide operations. And I ran a little division there called the IT Project Management Office. So every single IT project that went through that $16 billion company came to my organization. I had 42 project managers that reported to me globally. I said I did because I retired from that in January, on January 18th of this year. And for anyone watching, I don't miss y'all at all. Not even a little bit. The reason I was able to do that, and the reason what I do and what I build systems. I understand how things work. I break them down, I hack them, I break them down some more, and I get them down to the atomic level. What we've built as a team over many years, as Dave mentioned to you, we've been in this profession for 10 years. I'm on 2 magazine covers with Mr. David Daniel, Success from Home magazine, for what we did with that other company. We were actually, he's not the numbers guy, I am, we were in the top 0.1% of that. Top 350 out of 350,000 people in that company. We helped that company go to $1 billion. Folks, we've been up to the top of the mountain, and it's nice up there. And then when I called him, that's why that wasn't exactly the phraseology that he used when I called him. So why are we doing it here? Why did we start again? Because we saw that we could reach a much larger audience. That company is just now in 3 countries. This company's already in 68. That's a lot more for the non-deaf people. The system that we built that we call the Jade Factory, you saw the ranks. Jade is the first rank that we really pay attention to, and that's what we help build. Because all of you have different things going on in your life. You have jobs, or you have your own business that runs you all the time. Maybe you've made it to the business owner position. The difference between being self-employed and a business owner is that self-employed means you're putting in a lot of hours and you're the last one that leaves. You make some good money. The difference is when you're a business owner, you have a system and people. What I've built this for is not so that I do these. I don't do these very often. We've built it so that we don't have to do these very often. Y'all are in a very special timing to see this system as it has now been tested. And believe me, when I say I test something, I actually test it. And we've tested the heck out of this. This is part of a plan that has been laid out for the entire year. I laid it out in Salt Lake City earlier this year. We were in a 15,000 square foot mansion that we got for the team. We hung out for 3 days to have some fun. And I laid out this blueprint. And this blueprint is being executed right now. I run programs for a living for a long time. I enjoy it and I'm good at it. I'm real good at network marketing too. I put those 2 things together with the Jade Factory. So here's all of what y'all have heard. It's like going on a trip. You have to have a desire or you don't leave for the trip. That's why y'all are here, or maybe you got kidnapped. You didn't know what you were here for. Don't worry, there's more beer. You're good. But somewhere inside of you is a desire that you have, and it's been buried for a while. And the reason you don't execute on that is you don't know how, or you don't have the right vehicle, or there's something holding you back. Think of 4 boxes. Desire is the first one. Y'all have a desire. What would it be like to not go to work on Monday? I will tell you, it's pretty damn good. Mm-hmm. What would it be like to be able to go on the vacation that you want to go on? What would it feel like to feel healthy again? That's a desire. What you need after that is you need a vehicle that's going to get you there. If you're going on a trip, you're not walking. It's too slow. Even though you want to go to Fiji, you ain't swimming. So it's better to take a vehicle. You just saw the vehicle. Imagine I tell you we're going to Fiji tomorrow morning. Meet me at the tarmac. I've got the Jade Factory jet loaded up. That symbol's on the back of the plane. Let's go. Who's going with me to Fiji in the morning? Hell yeah. 9:30, we're at the tarmac. You get out of the car. You're walking up the steps. You turn right to go to your seat. Maybe have a little mimosa, whatever we have for breakfast on the plane. I'm behind you. I yell, hey, where are you going? You're like, I'm going to sit in my seat. We're going to Fiji. Let's do this. I'm like, yeah, we're going to Fiji, but why'd you turn right? Well, no, turn left. Go in the cockpit. You're flying today. We going to Fiji anymore? No hands went up. So that's where a lot of people get to at this point. This looks awesome. I like going to Fiji. You got a jet. Let's take it. Kayani, that's the jet. But I don't know how to fly the plane. Let me fix that for you. Think back on how you got invited to come here. Everybody remember that? Did they sit there and explain it to you? Did they tell you how it all works? No, I met somebody who's like, I don't know what I want to hear. It's not your job to do that part. You don't need to fly the jet. I got a pilot's license I'm really good at. I've got a whole team. You saw them come up here. We got this covered. We got technology built that it'll hurt your head, I promise you. Go look at my whiteboard on your way out. It'll hurt your head. That's all taken care of. Here's what you do in this system. You've been to the grocery store before? Everybody loves HEB. Don't you put your hand up to the right program. You've been to HEB. You've been pushing your little buggy. And you look over and you see your best friend Joe. It's happened before, right? What do? Do you walk over there and say hi? You do. They're your friend. Do they sit there and tell you their whole life story? That happens sometimes. What do they usually start talking about? Their health, they don't feel good, or they ain't got no money. Tell me if I'm lying. At that point, here's what you do. The same way that if they would say, how you doing, Joe? I'm good, but man, my sink is all messed up. I've got water all over my kitchen. I'm here at HEB to get a mop. I got to get home and clean all that up. Do you say, Joe, don't worry about it. I'm going to go to the house. I got a monkey wrench, hacksaw, and a screwdriver. I'll be over. We'll fix this thing. No, you don't do that. In this business, don't do that there either. What do you do in that situation at HEB? Joe, man, you need some help with that? Yeah. I got a plumber. You want to talk to him? That's called making a recommendation. Everybody able to do that? Raise your hand if you can. Cool. Welcome to the team. That's what you do. You've got trust. As Mr. Saller mentioned, we've got proof. You do your part. I promise you, we'll do ours. You don't have to do what we do. You can't do what that man just did. He is very special. He's a unicorn. You don't have to be the unicorn. We've built those. We've got that covered. That's not your part. So when you're thinking, I'd love to go to Fiji, this plane looks good, don't think that you got to fly the airplane. You got to point and say, I got a guy. You need a plumber? Y'all know a plumber to refer somebody to. You need a roofer? You know somebody to refer them to. You need an electrician? You got that covered. If you need somebody to help them with nutrition, you got that covered. If you need embroidery, screen printing, I'm your guy for that. All right? If you need concrete work, Mr. Penso's got you on that. Office furniture, Tar's got you on that. If you need a fire put out, Fireman Dave's got you covered. Call fireman. There's a country song about that. If you have anybody that needs wealth, health, time, or significance, you know a guy. You have a team. That's what we do. Does that make sense? Yes. So when you're deciding on this trip, don't think you got to fly the airplane. Now, here's the last thing that you need to go on that trip, right? You got to have your special pillow. You need your charger. You got to have some clothes. Maybe get a little bit of time. Maybe you need a little bit of money to do that. That's what you need to go on that. Those are your external resources. To go on this trip, you saw there's a little bit of money that you're going to have to do on that. But that in the big scheme of things, take this phone, throw it on the ground real hard. How much to get a new one? Anybody? $1,000, $2,000, depending on. Let's say $1,000. Now, do you have an extra $1,000 that you want to go spend on your phone? What do? You call Uncle Visa, Aunt MasterCard, Cousin Amex, or that real jacked up cousin Discover. And what do? It costs $35 for a new one of these per month. You saw him show you how you can make $75 at the very first rank, and we don't even call our team the Garnet Factory. We call it the Jade Factory. That's $300 a month. $35 a month for an investment. I just bought a piece of equipment. Melissa will attest to this because we had to turn it sideways. It was a pain to get it in. 25 grand for the equipment that I just bought for that store. Now, did I go and just find some money and put that down? No. What did I do? I used other people's money. Why? Because it's an asset. It cost me so much money, I can make a whole lot more. That's how business owners look at things. Employees get screwed up because you think of buying stuff like this beautiful thing right here, and you don't want to go into debt for a TV, but you do. You go into debt for vacations. That's bad debt. It doesn't make you any money. Go into good debt. Be a business owner. Use a system that's already there. Let me show you how to do that. The timing of what we have right now is insane. This is phase 2. This has been planned. This thing kicks off after Labor Day, September 3rd and 4th. You are going to see the biggest fire you have ever seen. I put a little post out that says I don't always have PBRs, but when I do, they're the biggest ones in Houston's history. It's not that I can't do them. It's not that we don't know how to do them. It's that I built a system where you don't have to do that. You simply have to point them to us, and we take care of the rest. So then you got to decide, do you want to go on this trip? Because here's how it goes down. At this point, it's decision time. All in, join the team, budget questions, we talked about that. Maybe you just want to be a customer, or maybe you just want to give back and get some potato packs to feed some starving families all around the world. We're cool with all those choices. There's another choice on here that says, I don't want to do any of these things. You don't have to. But here's how it goes down. It's real simple. Either your desire is higher than the excuses, or the excuses are higher than the desire. That's all it comes down to. There's nothing I can do to fix that for you. It's got to come from within. But I will take away all the other problems and all the other issues because we have. For me to say that, that doesn't come easy. When I say it, you can take it to the bank. That's why everybody is fired up, jacked up out of their mind, because I have unleashed this thing. And you want to get in on the rocket ship, don't ask what seat, just get in, strap yourself on, and hold on for dear life. My name's Casey Salgi. I appreciate you guys coming out. Let's get it out. So for the rest of the night, I want y'all to have fun. I want you to get all your questions answered here. Don't go home, talk to your broke brother-in-law sleeping on your couch who's voting on American Idol. They're not even accepting those anymore, and he's going to tell you about this. Get your questions answered in this room. Have some drinks. Have some fun. We got some more snacks here. Stay here until my wife gets home and kicks everybody out, but y'all can stay as far as I'm concerned. Thank you guys for coming.